This is advice for new girl dads. So, you got the news that you're about to be the father of a beautiful baby girl, or your beautiful, healthy bundle of joy is now here. Yay! Congratulations either way. Welcome to parenthood. The only hood where you are now the president, mayor, lawyer, banker, psychologist, bodyguard, friend, provider, monster slayer, and so much more. Everything is mentally tolerable at this point because, she's still small. But you have heard of the phases girls go through, and I know you're scared. No need to be. I know that the first time girl dads are wondering, where do I get a video to watch on what exactly I should do, okay, so that I can make a game plan, alright? Now, just like a mother, most of your parenting will be improvised, but for the most part, these are the stages to look out for, so you can be Super Bowl game day ready, okay? Alright. Now, number 1, the baby stage. Number 2, unicorns and rainbows. Number 3, puberty. Number 4, I know what's best for me, okay? And number 5, becoming a woman. Now, as a mom of a girl and a woman who has gone through most of these changes, I can tell you firsthand, it won't be easy. But when she's all grown up and you look back at those moments, it will be all worth it. Alright, fellas, grab onto your scuba gear and let's dive into this thing. Why scuba gear, Diana? Because when raising a girl, most of your decisions will feel like you're hoping those decisions you made are the right ones. Alright, which will feel like you're holding your breath, similar to putting on a scuba gear and taking a plunge in the ocean. Now, I don't know what it's like to be born, but I do know what it's like to have my daughter. So I will base the baby stage from this basis, alright? There is a saying that goes like this: a woman is a mother when she learns she is pregnant, and a man is a father after he has seen his child. There is so much I can say about this topic, but I will leave that for another time. When I found out I was pregnant, I was scared and nervous, but all over excited. As I looked in the bathroom mirror, all these emotions came rushing to my face after looking on the pregnancy test for about the 10th time, closing my eyes, opening it back again, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Now, my husband was sitting on the veranda on a lounge chair, and I tried not to be alarming, but hey, I couldn't help it. I showed him the test and he smiled, but I couldn't pinpoint an emotion. I can just imagine the poor guy was probably scared. Anyways, after having our daughter, the look on his face was all the emotions I had when I found out I was pregnant. He couldn't stop raving about his baby girl. Number 1, the baby stage. My husband said he couldn't wait to come home to see her. At work, he would call several times just to check up on her. And me as well. And when he walked through the door, he said the thoughts of, I wonder what she learned to do. If she would smile if he did funny faces. He couldn't wait to change her pampers and bathe her, walk around the house with her, to burp her, and make her sleep and watch her sleep. Yeah, daddy stuff. I could see on his face that he was enjoying every single bit of it. There was a time she vomited so much, we were both worried. I could see how he took it. It was like they were connected by this invisible umbilical cord, and whatever affected her had the same effect on him. I would love to say the baby stage is a breeze, but it isn't. This isn't only mother and daughter bonding stage, but you should also be present so you can do the same as well. Because, you need daddy-daughter bonding time. We all desire for our children to always be in health, but it isn't always the case. Now, if your child were to ever get sick, I suggest that you stay calm, even though I know you might be internally freaking out. The reason why I say this is because both mom and baby will be feeding off of your energy, and if you freak out, they will also freak out. Now, when she's sleeping, you will learn how to tiptoe through the house again, how to talk softly, and watch the TV with subtitles on. In this stage of your baby's life, everything will feel so weird but exciting. Embrace it because it passes so quickly. Number 2, the unicorn and rainbow stage. This is baby girl's playful, imaginative years, mostly during the terrible 2s to about 9-ish, 10. I grew out of this stage when I was 16. Yep, I know, late bloomer. Anyways, back to the story. In those years, expect to play a lot of new games, alright? Try a lot of new imaginary food that you've never heard of before, and know a lot of cartoon songs by heart. In these years, through playing, she will learn so much. How to decide what she likes and what she doesn't, how to dispute the settlement agreement between her favorite teddies. In this stage, I suggest adding educational shows into her routine because a child's genius years are between birth to about 7 to 8 years of age. And if you schedule things for not just her visual senses to pick up, but her physical, like children's puzzles, these things will help her in her future when she has to study for exams and when she has to solve matters on her own. Trust me, you will be glad that you did. Number 3, puberty. Unlike Mother Nature that gives us a sign when the seasons of the world are changing, puberty is a pop-up when she feels like cousin of Mother Nature. For some girls, this can happen anywhere between 9 and 13 years old. Though you may think this is a mother-daughter, thing, which in most cases it is, but you are also needed. When she's going through this phase, your level-headedness will be greatly appreciated. She will no longer be the little girl that wants to play all the time and watch cartoons. She will be at times temperamental, cranky, uncertain, then uncertain again at times. If she says she needs her space, just like a bear, give her her space. And in time, when she's hungry or want to chill, she will come out of hibernation. Don't worry, it will all work itself out. Though this may seem odd to some men, you will have to learn about menstrual things. Yep, I said it. What I mean by this is, she will eventually ask you to get her pads. When she does, please don't be weird about it, okay? If she doesn't know what type to get and mom isn't around, don't hop on the phone and call mom, alright? Be daddy superhero, okay? Any pad with wings will help. The purpose for the wings of the pad helps so that her underwear doesn't get messy with her menstruation. Alright, if she lays on a side or if she sits funny. If you're not sure how these pads look like because, there are many different types, Google, honey, will be your best friend, okay? Or you can always ask the clerk at the store. Either way, now she will have cravings, ones that aren't going to be good for her skin. So make sure you help her to even out the sweet to water ratio because those acne pimples will visit next, which she will hate even more because unlike her menstruation, which she can hide, those acne pimples aren't gonna go away without a fight. And there is a reason why acne companies are multi-billion-dollar companies. Okay? Alright. So, to prevent a bad domino effect, act accordingly to the situation at hand. Okay? Alright. Now, number 4. I know what's best for me. This stage comes around the 15 to 19-year-old mark, where she will think your rules are to keep her down in life, and everyone is progressing way faster than she is, and that she knows more than you do. Your life experiences are the best examples, which will help to prevent a lot of issues. My mother used to tell me a lot of things that happened to her, which, when I was faced with similar decisions, I would search through the examples she gave me, and most of the times I steered clear from an inevitable disaster. But not all girls are the same. Some will deliberately be defiant in order to test the example or theory you gave to see if they could come out with a different outcome. This is where the puzzles as a child come into play, or anything that had structure when she was younger. Now, I'm sure by now you would have started to know the human you helped to create. And if she's an openly defiant child, there is no better way to say it than how my mother would have said it: who don't hear will feel. If you never laid down ground rules before, well, at the beginning of this defiant behavior is when you should start. Alright, it is better to cut it out at the root and implement Newton's third rule of motion. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. Which means, if you're openly defiant, your phone will have to be sold. Yay, to help to pay a light bill or two. I'm just saying. Number 5, becoming a woman. Okay, the worst is kind of over. You got through the baby stage, where she couldn't say which part of her body hurts. The stage she learned to walk and then started running all over the place and was very verbally expressive, to being a beautiful cub and then transforming into a grizzly bear who just wants to maul you, which morphed into someone who acts as though they had you instead of the other way around. Now to the stage every father fears: the boyfriend stage. I know you've seen the movie Bad Boys 2, where the young man came to take his daughter out and Will Smith acted like the crazy uncle. I'm sure a lot of men want to act like the crazy uncle and threaten all kind of torture on the young man. But hold up now. You have to remember the days when you took her mother out. Even though you never met her father till maybe it was time for you to both get engaged. As a man, I know you know what other men think. And who best to talk to this young man but you? Now, what happens next depends on the individual you raised. If you scare him away though, be sure to know, honey, she will go behind your back. And this is harsh, but it's a harsh truth, okay? Now, this time of becoming a woman isn't solely on meeting boys, but after she has gotten over this stage, she will deliberately put into practice all that you have taught her. And if what you have taught her was concrete enough, you will look back and see that your little caterpillar is now a beautiful butterfly and she is ready to take the world by storm. Daddies of the world, you are called to assemble. Have no fear, put God first, and through it all, He will get you there. Okay? Alright, thank you guys so much for listening. If this has helped you in any way, I can't wait to hear it in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and smush that bell notification button so you can get more videos to motivate you from me. Alright, see you guys in the next one. Later.